Hey hey, Mate! It's Monday! I have an eyelash that is it's still attached, but it's hanging down right in the corner of my vision and it's driving me crazy, but I can't get it out! Why always does my hair do that? Just that little bit of... I sweep it back, but always there's just that little bit that's like, nope. I could pin it back and still it will find a way to do that exact thing. Last night, Kieran's sister Caitlin came over and we played a round of Doctor Who Monopoly, and I won! Ah! I managed to get really lucky on the first draw and draw a Gallifrey card that told me to go straight to like the end of time. So I made it like halfway around the board in one move, and therefore I got to go several turns before everyone else, so I was able to start buying properties way before everyone else, and I bought all of the properties. There are some interesting new things in the Doctor Who Monopoly game, specifically the red speed dice. This is hanging askew and it's bugging me. Okay. Once you've passed go for the first time, you then roll the two white dice as well as the red dice, and there's three possibilities. Either it will land on a number, 1, 2, or 3, in which case you just add that onto your score. It will land on the bus. I don't know why a bus, like... Surely it would make a lot more sense for it to be a TARDIS. And with that, you can then either choose to move the score of one dice or the score of both dice. So say you roll a 4 and a 5. You can either choose to move 4 squares or 5 squares, or the combined total of 9 squares. So that's cool. Then the Monopoly Man, which is fantastic when other people roll it. If you roll that, you move your normal moves, and then you have to move to the next unowned property and buy it, or if all the properties are owned, then you just move to the next square owned by another person and pay them rent. I owned all of the greens. It happened like 3 turns in a row with Caitlin where she rolled the dice, she landed on my middle green property, and she got the little Monopoly Man, so then she had to move forward to the next green property, and so she had to pay me double rent, and it happened several times and it was quite amusing. But I'm not here to talk all about Monopoly today. I was watching a Shay Tards vlog. It was one of the most recent ones with Apprentice A. Shay was talking to the guy who was driving him to the airport, asking about what he thinks of ads on YouTube. And the driver was saying, with the pre-rolls, he will skip the ad, watch the video, and then if he likes the video, he will go back and then re-watch it so the ad will play so that the person can earn money off him watching the video, which I think is a great idea. Also, while I was down, I don't have an ad block on my computer, so all the ads still play. And Caroline, of course, was using my laptop to show everybody all the crazy videos, like don't hug me, I'm scared, and all of that, and of course they were all getting frustrated because there's ads, and I was thinking, why do people use ad block? Because ads are annoying. They want to skip straight to the content. But then, why are the ads there in the first place? Because people obviously need money to make the content. Some sort of income. Otherwise, they can't keep making the amazing content that they do. $1,000 camera and lens kits don't just magically appear. And so naturally, you and I, on our channels, we have ads enabled through the YouTube Partner program so that we earn money on our videos so we can then continue to make more videos. Now, we don't earn a huge amount. Definitely not enough to be even reimbursing the cost of videos, let alone actually earning a living. That will improve over time as I make more and better content. Now, the people who use ad block do it because they don't want to watch the ads, but then they still expect that amazing content to be there indefinitely. Watching a pre-roll or having that ad at the bottom of a video that I can close if I want to, or click on if it's something relevant to me, I think that's a pretty fair trade for having this indefinite source of things that I can watch to entertain myself or to learn from or just to laugh at cat videos. And if we didn't have the YouTube Partner program and the ability to add ads to our video, we wouldn't have the amount of amazing creative content that we do today. People would be still working in their day jobs and they wouldn't have the time or the money to put into YouTube. This is just one example. Where would the Vlogbrothers be if the YouTube partner program didn't exist. We wouldn't have Crash Course, we wouldn't have SciShow, the Lizzie Bennett Diaries. There are so many things that Hank and John do we wouldn't have without ad content. So I ask people, why do you put the ad block on and then just expect to have this unlimited source of free entertainment? Surely watching a 30-second pre-roll before a 5-minute video is a fair trade. What really annoys me, the ads that play are irrelevant, or repetitive, or just dumb. A pre-roll that's longer than the actual video, or a pre-roll that you see 7 or 8 times a day. There's an ad at the moment for a baseball stadium that's like 3 minutes long, and I got it 5 or 6 videos in a row, and after a while you get really sick of stuff like that. And I don't want to be watching these same ads over and over again, but at the same time I feel bad for skipping them, because I know even if it's 5 cents, that's still 5 cents that the person who I'm watching isn't going to be able to make. There's a lot of improvement that could be done on the way that the ads are made and managed, and I wouldn't mind having repetitive ads if they were good ads. There's a hair on my finger. Or if there were more variation to the ads that we are seeing. YouTube and Google have very bad algorithms for working out what is relevant to their viewers based on what their viewer has searched. For example, I watched one episode of Extreme Couponers the other day because Daily Grace mentioned it in a video. All I get on my What to Watch page is videos about Extreme Couponers. I watched one video because I wanted to know what it was about. That doesn't mean I'm at all interested. And yet I frequently miss videos from people I'm subscribed to because it doesn't show up in my subscription feed. And I think, I haven't seen a video from this person in a long time. And then I click on their channel only to discover they brought something out 2 days ago that I completely missed because the subscription feed is so screwed. Ugh. The algorithms need a big overhaul so that the ads that play to people are actually relevant and interesting, so that less people are then skipping the ads. More content creators are earning the revenue they deserve for putting out the content that they create. And I think if we did that, we would see more content creators having more to work with and more playroom. It would be more and better content for us to watch, which is good. So that's been in me noggin the past couple days. What else is there to fill you in on? I've started university break because the first term is over. I don't feel like I've earned a break. The interpreter's degree is a set program, so you have to do set papers. My program administrator just enrolls me in classes, which means that I also don't have control of how many papers I am in. While I feel like I would have definitely been capable of taking 4 papers each trimester, instead of taking 8 papers a year, I'm only doing 5. Which I think is really not challenging me, especially considering the content of some of these courses. I love my deaf studies courses. They're fantastic. I love learning more about the deaf community and culture. It's fascinating. This term, I only had deaf studies for 4 hours once a week. The rest of it was I communicate and I reflect, which the most pathetic excuse for university courses I've ever seen. Clearly, they have very low standards of achievement. Every one of my assignments was handed in late. I did them all in like a matter of hours, and yet I've got A+ on everything I've handed in so far, with little to no effort. I really don't feel like I've earned this break, which kind of takes the enjoyment out of it. Studying at AUT is not the mental challenge or enjoyment I thought it would be. And I'm kind of just very disillusioned with it all. I would give my left leg to be able to transfer back to Vic and do my degree there, but Vic don't offer a degree in sign language interpreting because the government doesn't see the point in having 2 institutions offering it. Victoria University is the only university in the country with a dedicated deaf studies research unit. I don't understand why AUT is the university of choice for this field. But hopefully next term will be more challenging and thus rewarding. I've been talking for 22 minutes now, so I'm going to go and edit this and put it up for you so you can enjoy it. And I will see you on Wednesday. Look, scratched my nose and it's bleeding. Hang. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a lash. And it's bugging me so much.